Hey guys, welcome to Copernicus Corner. I am back over in Watcher of Realms and done some of the daily things and stuff like that. And now I'm about to embark upon this, I think it's this hero's visit from Kriya. Alright, I don't know Kriya, so this is a new one for me. She says, Brandon awaits our aid, Commander. We have the chance to revive the glory of Avian. Will you join me? By revelation of the crows, Brandon instructs me to travel to Nordshire Cemetery's southern region. I need your aid and the support of skilled individuals ready for any arising trouble. In exchange for your service, I offer substantial compensation. And now she needs us to deploy some folks. Doesn't really matter who, they'll just be gone. They won't actually even be gone. They'll still be in my heroes thing. It's just kind of a time lapse that we have to wait through. So we send them out. We gotta wait 30 minutes, then they'll come back, and then we can move forward with that. So for now, we'll just let them go on their merry way and check and see what else I might want to do while I wait. Let's go check over the arena. I've got 7 arena permits currently, and let's see, 269,268 BP. Let's go ahead and refresh these and see what we have available. There's a 298,000 one, which looks promising. That's only slightly higher than where we're at, so hey, why not? It's good to go. It's going to be a hard one, but it won't be, perhaps it won't be an impossible one. We'll find out in a moment. Let's go ahead and auto-fight that. And that is Champagne. That's our opponent. He's level 97. That's pretty on up there. High level as far as I know. He's level 100. So 97 is pretty far up there. Alright, let's scroll out and see what we have over here. Looks like they have someone's hot suit at level 60, which is really good DPS. She has Ghastly Burst, deals damage to up to 5 enemies nearby, dealing 230% AoE damage every 0.3 seconds, lasting for 4 seconds. And then they've also summoned this tentacle person. Oh, no, not the tentacle person. Sorry, that was just her robes or sash or something. Long coattails, perhaps. Because this is apparently Idril. Now, this Idril doesn't look like my Idril. And I'm assuming that means that they have one of those hero skins on her. But it's the same Idril, a level 60 version. She has limitless shots, meaning that basically she can shoot anywhere on the board. And it says, and during the ultimate, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited, and her attacks no longer prioritize airborne units. Then we have Comet. Comet is, he's a level 60 guy, and he has Festering Curse as his ultimate. Each attack deals 400% AoE damage, lasting for 20 seconds. We also have up here Nyx. Nyx has Spinning Fireblade. After attacking an enemy, deals AoE damage equal to 60% of attack 3 times for 20 seconds. And they had another person here, but I don't know who it is because we won before we could check. Okay, so that was Champagne with 298,250 BP, giving us 3 arena coins and 5,000 gold for that battle. Looks like the highest damage on the board was Arrogance with 3,776,000, followed by their hot suit over here with 1,766,000. Then my Cetrum, 1,602,000, and then their Idril, which is, it feels like that's pretty well geared Idril at 1,351,000 damage. Nice. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we want to fight over here real fast. It's not looking really very pretty because the next highest one is 388,494, and unfortunately that's well over 100,000 more BP than what we have on our team. So feels like maybe we just stop there with that for now. We only have 6 arena tokens left at the moment. We do have an update here. Obtain 1 piece of gear from Gear Raid. So let's claim that. And we got 5 quick clear tickets from it. Also, I haven't done a summon today, and we need to do that for a quest. So let's go ahead and summon somebody in the Invocation of Spirits. Sorry about coughing directly into the microphone there. Alright, so we got Nunia, the 3-star healer. Let this one's magic soothe your soul. Nunia calls upon the jungle to heal her allies and bolster defense. I don't know that I've ever used Nunia unless it was just something very brief. I don't remember using it. Got that in backup storage, so I guess I better go do something about that. Let me try to sell some level 1 guys. Yeah, let's clear those folks out, giving us 3,300 gold. Let's see what we've got in the level 2s. I like to keep 4 copies of each of the fusible ones, at least, just in case I end up needing them for something. So far, that hasn't been the case. But you know what? You never can be sure if that's going to be the situation forever or not. So I'll just continue my policy, I suppose, of keeping 4 copies and getting rid of the rest. Okay, now we have some room. Let's pop back up here into the summons window and go to the backup storage to grab out Nunia. Confirm that. There we are. All is well in that regard. So now we finish that, and we can claim these 2 4-star psychic power shards from that. Okay, get out of there, come over here, see if there's... Yes, I do have some shards to put together, and so I got a 4-star power, psychic power token for that. And I'm close to some other things, but not quite there yet. Okay. Then what? I need to do some faction stuff here. So I'll click on here, go over to the faction trials, and we need the trial of the cultists, right? So I wonder what we have going here. We've got the guides. Let's look at the map. Okay, I remember this map. We got guys coming up through those 4 portals at the bottom there. And then we've got a stun bug that comes down from the northwest corner. We have 2 portals to protect. And previously I've had a problem with not really having very good defensive guys, as far as melee goes. Alright, so we've got Egan's Fanatics, Fallen Templars, skeletal giant shielders, devourers, and stun bugs. Alright, let's see there. A little fight. And so there's Abi Zhao right there, who I think is going to ultimately be very good as far as damage dealing is concerned. We have this girl here. I think this is Cyrene, yes. And of all the ones that aren't leveled up yet, I think that Cyrene is the one that would make the most sense to level up. She has some good skills here. She is, let's see, hold on, let's come over here. Alright. Restores 12 cost immediately and applies critical rate increase to 2 allies within 2 tiles, lasting for 6 seconds. That's her ultimate, which again, I mean, it makes some sense to use that every time it's up, and it could come in handy in the later parts of the game, or I should say in the other parts of the game as well. So it seems like that's not the worst idea. She also inflicts slow, and that's in a whole box around her. So that's not bad, and that's an automatically occurring ability. So I think that makes some sense to do. Let's see if we have anything that needs to... Nah, nothing that it recommends to go on to her. You could start her up. I don't know if I have enough things to start her up with. We can go ahead and upgrade her if nothing else. And we can take her all the way up to level 40 with what we have in the way of potions. That also gave us some quest updates, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, I do have plenty of these. Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? And that increases her level cap to 50, and it knocks her basic attributes up as well. let's see, I can use these items and promote her up again, which all it's going to do is raise her attributes to do that. And I'm not sure it's really necessary right now. Let me see what else we have in this. This is cultists, so I think that's the right one, maybe. Um, as for what else I could potentially do, there is this guy. I think this is okay. It's Aatrox. So Aatrox blows up after a little bit, and he does an AoE blast when he blows up. This is Jorge. Jorge, he like curses people as they go by. Let's see his skills real fast. Damage scales off of defense. There's a 30% chance of inflicting toxic and plague on the damage dealer when receiving damage from ground units. And that is his talent, which you have to reach promotion grade 5 to get that. He has an ultimate that hits one space in front of him, and it autocasts. When triggered, increases defense by 40%, inflicts plague on all targets blocked by the hero, and increases the damage of plague on all targets in range to 30%, lasting for 8 seconds. So plague deals 20% AoE damage to the inflicted and up to 10 enemies around them every second. Cannot be dispelled, which is pretty good. Pretty good. He's only hitting the ones right in front of him, but that's okay. During the ultimate, after dealing damage 5 times to a target not inflicted with plague, plague will be spread to this target, up to 1 targets. Plague inflicted through spreading cannot spread again and will not spread to the target who has been inflicted with it. So, there you go. They will eventually get the plague if they stay on him long enough. His arena damage is increases arena damage in the arena by 15%. That's all fine and well. Do I have stuff on him? Looks like I do. That's good. Phenomenal. So why don't I upgrade him some? He can be blocker number 2, perhaps. I can bring him all the way up to level 40, and that'll use most of my potions, but I think that's probably okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And that way I have 2 reasonable blockers. I can start him up. Sure, let's do that too. Why not? Increase his level to 50. Increase his attributes. I'm far away from being able to promote him, which is too bad because level 5 is significant. That is very good. Damage scales off of defense. There's 30% chance of inflicting toxic and plague on the damage dealer when receiving damage from ground units. That's interesting. The trigger chance increases as the hero's current HP percentage decreases up to a maximum of 60%. What say we go and grab some of those? We'll need 5 rounds of auto fight, and I have the quick clears, so why not, right? Why not use them? Auto fight 5 times to get these. We would need 82 stamina for this, so let's use one of these small stamina potions, and then we'll use 3 of these. No, 3, not 4 of these other stamina potions here. Alright, let's go ahead and start those quick clears, which will just bang right out pretty fast. And so, we have 50 insignia of endurances of all types, 3,900 gold, and 3,150 hero XP potion for that. Let's get out of here and promote this guy and give him his talent unlock and all that. Seems like a good plan. Alright, now I'm not going to star him up again. I could promote him just a little bit further. It won't go very far, maybe 2 levels. I think I'll hold off on that for now, because I've promoted a couple of people here, and I think I want to save some of that back a little bit for the moment and see how this goes, and then perhaps I want to, maybe I want to promote Abizel. I do want to promote Abizel, but I haven't had the resources to be able to do it. I'm wasting them on these faction trials, really. Alright, let's go ahead and start this and see what we can do. We have to deploy at least 1 fighter. Clear the stage with soul core intact. So if someone can die, that'll be fine. All right, let's see. Why don't we put Morgan over here to start with? Actually, I don't want Morgan over here. I want Nora over here. And then I want some slow happening on these guys. So I'm going to put this guy here. And Jorge could go here, methinks. Um, now we have some stuff going on over there. We're going to slow this down so that we can kind of get something going here. We can put down Morgan and I guess Cyrene, perhaps. Um, and I think, you know what? I think I had used Voltus over there previously. But that's okay. I also just remembered that I had previously put Nora in the middle, which is probably the better idea. But I will. Let's have everything in life. And why did I do that? We don't know. The world will never know, honestly. I really didn't want to put him there either, so I'm not going to. I'm going to put him here instead. And then we're gonna put Aatrox down. Well, where are we gonna put Aatrox? You can hit down to there. So hey, let's put Aatrox all the way down here to try to block these guys before they get in, and hopefully that'll give a moment to do some more, but not enough. It's no bueno. All right, let's try this again. Did not work one iota, but I did make a lot of mistakes, so there's that, I suppose. All right, let's get Endora, and unfortunately, Endora and Morgan to me look very similar, so it's tough. But I think we put Endora there, and then we put Morgan here, and then we put Voltus on the other side. That's what I did before, at least. Whether that's right or wrong, only time will tell. But I think that's what I did. And then I put Blue Goblin guy down on the left. But this time, perhaps I do it differently. Who knows? It looks like there is the possibility that she's got that covered. So I will put Blue Goblin here. And then the other one, Aona. Yes, Aona will go on the other side. And we'll turn on the ultimate here. And then I think I did that correctly. That's good. That's good. Now we have this healer here. Don't know if we're gonna need her or not, but something to keep in mind. She does exist. I should have probably put this girl down, Cyrene, but better late than never. And then hopefully we get Jorge down on this side. And the question is, can Hollow hit anybody from that side of the world? Oh, that was the wrong button. Cool. All right. I had actually intended to wait for both sides to be out, but that's not the way things went. Ah, she cannot quite hit both of them. So, which one do I want to hit? I feel like it makes the most sense to get this side because hopefully, or I don't know, I think this side, the other side has better DPS over there. Not really sure. It's not phenomenal what the look here is, but I think we were okay. Just lost somebody. Was that Cyrene? It was Cyrene. That's okay because um we have this other guy, Aatrox. That's his name. I think yeah. I'm gonna throw Greed down over here just to do a little bit more DPS on this side of the world and see if we can stop horrible things from happening over there. And I better pick him up and put this guy down so that my fella here can do something Voltus and stop things from getting terribly bad. Alright, now, Aona is on that side, as is the other guy, Voltus. I gotta keep that in mind, lest I forget, which I certainly will, given an opportunity. Now I'm going to use Anora's thing. Try to knock out some of those guys. We have Cyrene ready. Question is, do I put Cyrene down now? I think I do. I should have already put that one down, but I'll put Cyrene down now. That did not last long, but you know, the hope is for it to have been long enough. Don't know if that's accurate or not. But it was the hope, the goal. Will that guy make it all the way to the end without dying from anything? It's a possibility. All right, so what if we prevent that possibility right now with Reed? There we go. It was a close one. It was definitely not a beautiful victory, but it was a victory. So I mean, you know what? I'm gonna take it. Ended up getting 13 of these Spirit Insignia 3s and 105 XP potions for that slipshod victory we got there. Anora did 10,710,000 damage, which is very good. Morgan was next with 2,163,000. And then actually Aona and Voltus came very close to each other's scores with just over 1,000,000 damage between, each of them. So, cool. Let's complete that. Nice to make it through another level anyway. So that was stage 9 that we just did. I don't think we're going to manage stage 10, judging by the errors that were made there. And I might do better by better placement. In fact, I almost certainly could. But as things stand, I don't know that I can do it. And it's midnight, so I'm going to just quick clear this one and get 156 XP potions, and then 10 more of these insignias. Click OK there, Spirit Insignia 3s, and then go back over here to this basic trial. And again, it's one of those things. I'm gonna just quick clear this, and got 156 XP potions and 19 of these shelter insignia 2s. Heading over to the Pantheon, and we have 72 of these here shelter insignia 2s, so we can upgrade and get that 10% HP bonus. Moved it on up. Excellent. We would need 76 more of these to be able to get what we needed here, which is, of course, not going to happen. So, too bad, so sad. Don't have what it takes to get anything more at the moment. Alright. Looks like we're going to have an Immortal Codex coming up in 5 days and 2 hours, which I was unaware of until just now. Probably it's on a calendar somewhere, but I didn't see it. I suppose I should go have a look at it. I just scrolled back through to see what the skills and all that are here. And I also wonder about Abizao, which I'm not going to work on today, but I do think that she's going to be very good once I have her scaled up, The Hero's Visit has another 6 minutes and 30 seconds on it before that's done. Let's check on Volroot over here, who is just refreshed, and he doesn't have anything at all exciting. So, let's use the free refresh and see what we can get. Still nothing. Nothing. No bueno. Next. Nope. None of it is interesting. Third one, that's the third one for the day, so if 3 ones are now gone, let's use 500. Let's see if we can get anything else. I would like to get some rare summoning crystals, so I'm going to keep doing this refresh and trying to get things for a little bit. I will go ahead and get any of these auto attack tokens that I can find. Even though we now have the quick clears, I still want to get them. We got one of the rare summoning crystals for 70 diamonds, which is a nice price. So go again, see if we can find anything fun. Yes, we got an auto attack attempts, 5 more of them. And another 1,000 is giving me nothing fun. Nothing fun whatsoever. Another 1,000 throwing at it. And no, nothing doing. Next. Yes, I'll take the huge stamina potion for 25,000. But that's it. And I don't want to spend any diamonds refreshing, so that's good to go on that. We've got some quests to claim. We leveled up a hero 3 times, and that gives us 1 stamina potion sample. We also cleared the faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time, giving us 10,000 gold for that. We've claimed the top box, which will give us 35 diamonds, and did. I haven't done the tide onslaught, so I can't do that right now. Alright, of the other things currently going, we have the mine. And we can get 2,050 coins, 1,400 XP potions, 7 stamina, 1 auto fight attempt, and 1 mithril from here. So hey, let's do it. I'll check on the arena real fast. We can refresh the opponents and see if we have anything within 100,000 of where we're at, basically. Here's Dieman 2 at 253,929 BP. The monsters he brings along are 271,110, meaning he has a bomb on his team of some kind. Dieman 2. He's got the Canadian flag there. The old maple leaf. Alright, now, here come the dragonflies, and they've thrown out Silas right off the bat. Silas has Shadow Cloak as his ultimate. Damage increases by 70%, and each attack becomes soul snapping that ignores the defense and magic resistance of the target for 15 seconds. Followed by, who is this? This is Sargak. Never heard of Sargak. New to me. Level 60 guy. He has Bloodshed Fury. When triggered, causes HP drain equal to 10% of current HP to the hero per second, reduces defense by 30%, and increases attack by 45%. Additionally, each basic attack lands 2 consecutive strikes. And that looks like Apsan. Yeah, I've seen Apsan before. So Apsan penetrates 3 enemy targets and deals 500% damage to them. Airborne units take 700% damage instead, so he should be good for the airborne guys. And then down here, he's thrown out Rawzak. I've played with Rawzak before with good success. He has Ocean's Clutch. That was, I had to borrow him for a dragon fight a long time ago. So, Ocean's Clutch deals 900% damage to up to 10 enemies in range. I was not able to see. I think that's all the people we had out there. I think we looked at them all. Alright, we got a victory over Dieman 2, who has 253,929 BP. Looks like the highest damage dealt was from Arrogance, 2,741,000 damage, followed by, I think his name was Sargak, at 1,640,000 damage. For that, we got 3 arena coins and 5,000 gold. Not too shabby, I'll take it. Alright, after that, the next lowest guy to fight would be that Russian fellow with 373,634 BP, which is just a little bit out of my range of comfort, because I kind of want to fight somebody within 100,000 of where I'm at. I would be very unlikely to be able to do something against someone that much higher, so unfortunately, it's kind of the way of it. Alright, now, let's see how much longer we have over here. 1 minute and 9 seconds before I can finish that quest where we send out the guys. So let's look at events real quick. See what's going and what's upcoming. We still have the W Gold gift here. Complete quests to earn event tokens and redeem shareable W Gold gift chests. Team up with friends to claim bountiful rewards. Well, for quests, the ones remaining that we would be able to deal with are claim rewards from the W Gold gift chest 2 times or claim rewards from the W Gold gift chest 10 times. I have not done either of those things, and we have share the W Gold gift chest 1 time or make 1 purchase using W Gold. Oh, sorry. The rest of them are spending quests until you get down to complete W Gold top up 1 time or top up W Gold for 2 days. Alright. Get out of there. And here's zombie invasion. You do want to do that. Again, I'm going to have to do another quick one of it. This is the War of the Fates situation. The red team basically demolished us. We didn't do that bad. I mean, we lost by a significant amount. But not quite 100 million, you know. Hey, only like 80 million. No biggie, right? Alright. So, pretty cool stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, we can click over here. Looks like the top person in our group got. Ooh, he did very well. He was a good portion of our total. 1,209,585. See, if we had just had one more person doing as much as him in addition to what we already had, hey, we won that thing. Good job. Well, but then not even close. We needed a lot more people. Okay, regardless, we would have done better. That's all I'm saying. Ranking rewards. So, up through 100th place, got some special rewards beyond the beyond what we had already gotten. So number 1, that guy who did the 1 million coins or tokens or trophies, ended up getting a decent haul. I don't know what this thing is. Avatar War of Fates. Well, that's interesting. But anyway, he got some things. He got some refining crystals, 6 of them, 3 of the legendary skill crystals, and how many? 10 legendary summoning crystals. So I'm sure he is happy with his rewards one way or another. Now on the event calendar, let's see, today is Wednesday, so tomorrow the event sign-in will start, which we'll click a button and literally sign in. The zombie invasion will still be going, and those are the only 2 things that will be starting. It will be the last day of the Forgotten Palace, which is participating in Gear Raid 3 to win trophies and redeem rewards. So, I somehow managed to get out of that. There's an error on my part. But the next day we'll have all kinds of stuff starting here on Friday. I'm looking forward to the Tales of the Smith, because I've been saving up gear to enhance for that. And I think that I'll be able to replace some things that my characters are currently using. So I definitely look forward to doing that. Now let's come over here. This hero's visit can be updated. The dispatch is completed. Quest complete. For that, we get 5 arena permits and 200 stamina. Now, before we get too crazy over here, I do want to remember to spend that stamina. Kriya says some items are key to ancient rituals. They will guide us into deeper darkness. Commander, please assist me in finding them. And what she really wants is 10 of these insignia of Marksman 1. And I'm thrilled with that, because I have 10 of these insignia of Marksman 1s that she needs. And you know what? My loss is her gain, right? So, 50 diamonds for that. I'll take it. She says, your help has brought me closer to Brennan. Thank you, Commander. Brennan's guidance will reunite us again. I'm quite sure that it will. Alright, so we got that. We have 30 more minutes on this harbor master returning. The harbor is actually still there. It's just the technically it's the ship. It's the ship that's returning, let's be honest. Okay, now. Okay, we need to start some raids, and we may as well have them for this Oracle trial right here, which also happens to have a meter at the bottom to give us some personal rewards. So let's go ahead and auto fight here, maximum, and get that going. And then I'm going to come over to the, what is it called that I'm trying to find? It's in the events, and it is zombie invasion. It's just started about a moment ago. Can't keep a thing in my head for 2 seconds. All right, let's enter here. Go to the end of the stage where we currently have the potion items equipped. Go ahead and keep those. And again, this is just going to be a quick run through, choosing things relatively with brainlessly, I would say. I'm going to turn on the ultimates. I'm going to try to remember to turn on the ultimates after this. I normally would prefer to get the light and dark, especially with the potions, but I don't have either the light or the dark offered to me. So let's go with fire and ice instead, starting with a crossbolt. Now I'm going to turn on the ultimates before we go to the next thing. And then if we have the ice, I want to go with fire and get fireball. I feel like you have to go one thing or another, and leveling up those masteries is going to be the correct direction that I want to go. And if you go fire and ice or light and dark, it seems to work out pretty decently. And that actually also worked out pretty easily getting those into fire and ice this time. It doesn't always. Sometimes it wants to make things difficult. The other thing that I'm going to do is try to get the thing that says plus some amount, some percentage, or if it's summoning an extra of something, or if it's a higher tier of something. Like that was a purple, so we get the purple because it's a higher rarity and moving more quickly and brainlessly. That's a good thing. So if it says quantity plus one or quantity plus some number, or if it says damage plus some amount, some percentage, um, and the broader that statement is, the happier I am. So if it just says damage with no particular type of damage, that's the best because then you get, damage across the board for that. If it's like this plus one is good, plus 10% is good. Let's go for the plus ones over the plus 10%. Um, so we're going to go for things like that. And with the potions, we're going to go basically for the higher, um, like this was a Fallen Phoenix was a red potion, which is, a higher rarity. And then we'll go with, like I said, rarity is important. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the decision that should be made. And in fact, very often, the rarest of the choices is certainly not always the best. I'm going to refresh these, see if we can get something a little better. And we did get something better. But yeah, the rarity is not always necessarily the one that you want to go to, especially because some things stack and some things don't seem to stack. Like I was saying, the things that increase or expand like this, or anything that says something like that, it tends to um, stack. If it just says this triggers one time, one time during the ultimate, and it doesn't say like an extra time, then it still doesn't stack. So or it doesn't seem to. So I don't know. It's a tough one. We could increase our refreshes. Uh, Dark damage would be useless. Let's go ahead and do the ice damage instead. That's my big, huge thought process that happens on that one. So we're up to current wave of 9 at the moment. And things are going okay so far. It's hard to say exactly. Now, this says each fire mastery increases ice damage, each ice mastery increases fire damage. That's a no-brainer. Obviously, we want to get that. We do want to pay a little bit of attention on the potions because they can easily, you can end up getting the same potion more than once. And I'm pretty sure that they don't stack when you do that. When it's something like that, it just does not stack. So that's, just my personal thoughts on the whole thing. Whether I'm right or wrong, hard to say, honestly. Gonna refresh this and hope for bigger, better things. Um, you know, it's a judgment call on so much of this stuff. So, if you would choose something different, well, you might be right, I might be wrong. And again, whenever I'm not really spending a lot of brain power on it, and my thought processes are as slow as they are right now, I'm not really going to be necessarily making good decisions in any case. So I don't have light, I don't have dark. Attack plus 60. Nah, I think I won't. I think I'm just gonna skip it, and I will use those items in the next go round over there. Big thoughts. So we'll try refreshing this, and now I'll refresh potions or refresh tokens. I'm not sure really what they are. Refreshes anyway. Totally out of me. It's a shame. All right. So we have a good amount of all of this. We've got 14 of the fire mastery points. We've got 10 of the ice mastery points. They are getting frozen pretty often. They're just now starting to stack up on the gate, and that's definitely a good thing. Um, because again, it's really bad when by like wave 13 they're beating on the fences. That's not the position that you want to be in. Right now, I'm not doing phenomenally, but I certainly could be doing worse. So I noticed that what I was just checking is the fire versus ice situation over there. And I think I am going to go ahead and get the attack plus 60 this time, and then skip and save some of this. Um, but regardless, what I was looking at is the fireball is at the top, but now the fireball and the blazing plume are pretty much tied. So interesting. And blizzard comes after those two at 26% of the damage, and frostbolt is bringing it the end um, at a very small 5% of the damage. And we can look over here and see what all we have. Looks like we have a couple of versions of Overdrive. One of them's an Awakened skill, one of them's a passive skill on this Frostbolt. It's interesting. So far, we're doing pretty well. We did get Scattershot 3 times, but that's okay. All things considered, it's not horrible, I guess is what I'm saying. And just get all of that stuff. And then we'll skip this next one. Um, we've got Overdrive 3, that's a repeat for sure, but again, I'm not going to I'm not gonna do too much about it because I would prefer to um, speed over quality is what's happening here. But the choices made were okay. Not phenomenal, but okay, because right now we have a good spread between the gate and the location where the monsters are. Now, ideally, they wouldn't be even getting out of their initial portals. That would be where we want it to be at this point. We're on wave 24. Unfortunately, that's not the situation. Um, but it would be ideal. We're going to go for that extra skill choice here. Unfortunately, they're all blue. That could certainly be better. But, that's okay. We'll go ahead and try to summon some more blizzards. I wonder what we got blizzards doing. Not as much as would be nice, but A good bit of stuff. Dark burn, sure, why not? We don't have any dark stuff, so no sense in getting the dark damage, but we could use the luck and the XP. Now, do we want to get the dark damage just so that we can go to the next screen and get something? I think we do. I think we'll go ahead and waste that and get something. But apparently we're not going to get anything because it's all high cost. What a shame. What a shame indeed. All right, we have quite a few things to um, to click on. We want to get that frost shield probably for the gate. Um, Normally, I'm not really into getting things to protect or heal the gate up too much. Because normally, if you're having a problem where your gate is being overrun, then what that means is that you're near the end of your game anyway, because they're going to beat down your wall. Um, that may not always be the case, and I'm sure that there are builds that work with that, but my experience has been that that normally it's not a good deal if you're in that kind of position. Um, so doing the shield wall, while it seems like it would be a grand idea, is not as phenomenal. Like right now, my wall is being beaten down, which means the game is over. When it's going down at the speed, it really doesn't matter if the guys are being frozen or not. What we want them to do is be dead, not frozen. And so it's almost a waste of a choice, in my opinion, to choose freezing or healing or any of that. If I were gonna, if I had to choose one thing, I would say the healing of the wall is better than the freezing of the creatures that beat the wall, because more creatures are behind them, and they're just going to beat the wall too. It doesn't make any sense to just freeze them and then they're going to become unfrozen. And guess what? They're going to beat on the wall. So Blizzard ended up coming in at the top with 44% of the DPS or the damage done, which is kind of crazy. Followed by Blazing Plume, then Fireball, then Frostbolt. But Blizzard, it just really did great. Did almost twice as much damage as the next highest thing. It's not bad. All right, we complete this. We come on over here and tap to close, and then go to quests and got challenged one time daily during the event, giving us 10 auto fight attempts, followed by eliminating 96 waves of monsters during the event, which gives us 10 gleaming meteorites. Those come in handy. We can use them. I think there's a store that we end up being able to use them in. I don't really remember where, but somewhere. That's the thing. All right, so that pretty well did that. So it is 12:30. I'll check the arena real quick. See if there's anything fun here. Let's refresh the opponents. And we have one that's 326,000. That's doable. Not that when I say doable, I don't mean that we got much chance of winning, but I mean that it's there's some possibility that we could potentially win. So let's give it a go and see if it works out for us or not. All right, let's zoom out a bit here. They put Eatril out right off the bat. This is the one who has limitless shots. As her ultimate, she can shoot all over the board, and that's not, it's not too bad. My guys aren't quite getting there yet. Lady Mina is the next one that they brought up. She has Eternal Darkness as her ultimate. When the ultimate is triggered, continuously inflicts blood sigil and immobilized state on up to 10 targets in range. Lady Mina then transforms into Phantom Dracula, dealing 220% piercing physical damage one time to up to 5 targets every 2 seconds. Very nice. I don't have Lady Mina. They also have Nyx. Nyx is one that is often used in arena matches. She has Spinning Fireblade. After attacking an enemy, deals AoE damage equal to 75% of attack 3 times for 30 seconds. That's it for me. That's mighted by that old demon over there. Alright, defeat. That was some name I cannot pronounce of a Russian variety. And he has 326,122 BP. Looks like Arrogance topped the DPS at 3,545,000, followed by, looks like Etrol was next at 1.7 million. And then Lady Mina, yes, Lady Mina, and then Nyx. Very cool. Always good to check on those. We got 3 arena coins for a trouble there. I think that was the last one that I'm going to be able to reasonably fight against in this set because everyone else is over 100,000 higher than me. So, like it or leave it, gotta take it. Alright, now for the background fight that we did, we got 38,500 gold, 9,372 potions of the XP variety, a myriad of different pieces of armor, and 185 Forgotten Palace trophies, followed by 1 Frozen Drifter Demon Soldier and 10 Skeleton Mage Demon Soldier shards. Cool. Let's click OK there, and that all looks perfectly swell. Alright, I better get off of here for the night because it is 12:32 a.m. and I'm gonna have to call it. It was a pleasure streaming with all of you guys as always. If you're not following me, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. Hopefully, I will see you then. Have a good night.